Okay, so check this out. Venus Williams has recently shared some interesting comments about how shocked she is at the dropout rate of sports among women. She can't fathom how it's as prevalent as it is because she would have thought that we would have moved past this point.
Mm,
So this is obviously an interesting topic for this channel. Um, because obviously Venus Williams, in her own right, very prolific professional athlete, won all of those Grand Slam titles, in professional tennis. Obviously, alongside her sister, they are pretty much synonymous with women's tennis, especially to the newer generation.
mhm.
But she feels some type of way about the fact that girls are quitting sports. So this says Venus Williams shocked about why girls are quitting sports. Venus Williams is stunned. 45% of girls are dropping out of sports over body confidence issues. The
Hmm.
iconic 43-year-old tennis player who has amassed 7 Grand Slam singles titles and 14 Grand Slam doubles titles, alongside her sister Serena Williams, as well as 2 Grand Slam mixed titles, added there is no feeling like the one she feels when winning in her game. She said that it has given her confidence in every aspect of her life. I had no idea some of the statistics of girls dropping out of sports. 45% of girls globally, because of body confidence issues, drop out of sports before the age of 14. I didn't think those numbers existed anymore. So hearing that was very sobering. She told people at the Flag Football for Challenge, Dove Exports Legends, Venus Williams, and Steve Young event in Las Vegas during the Super Bowl weekend. Williams added she wants her fans to know she's on team body confidence. We need women in sports, Williams stressed. I know what sports have done for me, not only for a career, let's not even talk about that, but for feeling confident. When you score a goal, achieve something, put the work in and get there, there's no feeling like it, she said. Williams added that her tennis participation helped her achieve that sort of confidence and belief in herself. It's huge, and I don't think anything teaches that as well as sports, she added. The athlete said maintaining a healthy level of confidence helps you to shift your focus. It's what girls need, she stated. Opening up about her work as a flag football coach in conjunction with Dove, the tennis star said she hopes to inspire those involved with my experience in sports and in life and my story and even my career. I think the language of sport is universal. It's the same language, even if it's a different sport, she said. So she's baffled. Um, 45% of girls drop out of sports by the age of 14. I wasn't aware that that's what the statistic was, but we'll take the article at its word that that is actually true.
Mm.
Um, so she's obviously surprised at that, but what say you? Do you think that that is weird, or do you think it makes sense?
It makes sense. I mean, I would figure that a lot of girls drop out of sports by a certain age due to just social pressures. But you know, but I didn't think per se just for their bodies. That's the part about it. As well. I didn't know that. I just figured either they grew out of it, felt like they wanted to get into more of a, feeling like they're grown and want to get more of a Kardashian kind of lifestyle versus, a gym rat. So I would have figured if somebody said that 45% of the girls drop out of sports, give me a reason why. I would have said that well they just grew out of it. They felt like being a woman is something else. I wouldn't have thought it was because of body issues. So
Yeah,
that's
me
the part
neither.
about it. That's the part about it that's a little, different. So, but like you said, we'll take the article for its word. But um, I think with her point about what sports do for people, and I can attest to that because in my critical years of growing up as a human on this planet, I played competitive sports uh, for as long as I can remember. And then when I was old enough to make a choice, because before it was just life, then it's a choice of, hey, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Let's go to the court. Let's go to the gym. And ball was life. And, I'm snatching the confidence from other dudes while I'm crossing them up, while I'm hitting the jumper, while I'm snatching a rebound, I'm blocking your shot, I'm stealing the ball. I'm on you, bruh. And that gave me so much confidence in life that I didn't even know until, I was older, and I would see people that didn't have sports in their life or didn't have a hobby. Key thing, hobby. So for her, for what what Venus is saying here, it's true. Sports does do that for you. It does give you a lot of confidence. You know, if you do play one sport, you kind of played them all, if you will. If you were in your game or in your bag within that sport, you understand their struggle and their plight. So that's completely understandable. But and there's a certain edge that you get from beating a person, being on your, you can barely breathe, but you got that last umph in you to take whatever and you won. Like there's a lot in that. But there's also a lot in having a hobby. So do girls need sports? Yes. Which girls need sports? The girls that wanna play sports. The girls that are like body disfigurement. Give me more bulk. They don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? They want that chiseled jawline. You know what I'm saying? They want that. You know what I'm saying? Ass is hard as cement. Bring it on. You know what I'm saying? So there's women that want that. Let them play sports. And then there's girls, for whatever reason, grow out of it for whatever reasons. So I still think they're missing whatever they could have been getting from playing a competitive sport, but they can also get that same drive and passion and those types of dig within yourself, study more, work on your craft through something that's like a hobby. I think the one thing that the world is missing right now, all right, especially from our young ladies, I would say, is a hobby. Unfortunately, whether people like it or not, playing video games for dudes are a hobby. It's not really a hobby, but it's a hobby. So dudes do that a lot, and they're good with their time on that. But then there's girls out here that their hobbies are some other stuff, and their hobbies are they don't have any. It's hanging out. It's this and that. It's this and that. It's like that. What do you do? Where do you go to your safe space to go zone out? See, you can do that if you're on the tennis court or the basketball court. Man, stressful times, I had to write a paper that I was procrastinating on. Whoop, whoop, I'll walk outside 2 o'clock in the morning and just shoot until 2:30, and then I have a clearer head. If people don't have a hobby or anything like that that they can go to clear their mind and do all of that stuff, gain confidence from being better at it from when you first started, you'll never grow and learn. And then there's people out there who have arrested development because they never had something to call their own, like a hobby or a sport. So I agree with her. People do need sports for the people who want sports. For the people who don't play sports or are not interested in sports, I still feel as though they need a hobby so they can gain that same confidence that she's talking about in sports. So, what are your thoughts on Miss Venus saying that she's shocked that 45% of young ladies are done playing sports at a certain age because of possible body issues or body disfigurement or something?
I can vibe with what you're saying. Yeah. So they say 45% of girls, what was it, by the age of 14, drop out of
Yeah.
sports.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it would have been useful for there to be an even deeper look into whether there are any specific sports that they are talking about, which make up at least the 40 majority of that 45% that's doing the dropping out. Because this was a flag football game. This was a flag football event, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I kind of feel like what they're getting at is, I find that hard to believe. That's such a huge number, 45%. Like, it's such a huge number. And like, okay, so
Like,
are
I
you
can believe.
saying, I mean, I can get it, but 45%, and this is a flag football event. So are we trying to say that girls trying to get into football have body confidence issues and therefore stop playing sports?
I see what you're saying. So you
You
talking
know what
about
I'm saying?
across the spectrum?
Yes, because if that's the case, I get it. Like, and not that I'm saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying I can understand why girls who like football would have body confidence issues.
For sure.
Because
If it
football is a
maybe more than
football is
45%, yeah.
yeah, football is a masculine sport.
It
It's
is.
it's a masculine sport. So if we're talking about like football and hell, even basketball, like, I have a younger sister. She played basketball up until she was like 12 or 13, and she stopped. She
Yeah.
stopped. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so
That's how I
and so
go.
the, but she didn't, I don't think she had body confidence issues. I just think she stopped playing because I get the sense that she stopped playing because for her, and maybe you can argue that this is socialization, but she felt as though it was taking away from her femininity. So she just stopped
Yeah,
playing. She lost interest. She got into other things.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm looking into this and I'm saying to myself, okay, this is a flag football event,
Hmm.
and we're learning about girls having body confidence issues with sport and 45% of them dropping out. Something tells me that this specifically has to do with sports like basketball and football, where you're going to run into stuff like that because those are masculine sports.
No, they
Like,
are.
I'm sorry, but of all of the team sports that women participate in, basketball players are by far the most masculine.
Boy, they be
It's
out
not
there.
even close. It's, it's not even close. It's
They
not
be
even
out
close.
there.
It's like
No, softball
basketball.
crazy too, bro.
I
Softball
don't know,
crazy.
bro. I don't know. I've seen some softball. Like, I'm gonna get to that, but what I'm saying is like
Nah,
women basketball players are here in terms of masculinity.
they
I
out.
think whatever second place is way down here. Like, if basketball is if on a scale of
They're on a
one to
different
10
tier.
in terms of if on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of masculinity, basketball is a 10, then the second place sport is probably like a 3. That's how incredibly
Nah.
masculine that's how masculine women basketball is. So I kind of feel like if this is scaled to particular sports and that's what explains that 45% dropout rate, then fine, I understand that. But as a whole, 45% dropping out before the age of 14, there's way too many girls out here playing sports for me to buy that.
All right,
And
so
furthermore, for hold on,
go
I'm gonna say one more thing.
ahead.
To the point about body confidence issues,
Mm-hmm.
because I was going, you brought up softball. I was gonna go to softball, but and I'm speaking as a man, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I mean, give me a volleyball player.
Yeah, yeah.
Give
Now we're
me
talking.
give,
Yeah,
give me a chick. Give me a chick who plays volleyball. Give me a chick who plays tennis. Give me a
yeah,
chick who runs track.
yes.
Give me chicks who play softball. Beat
Gymnastics, bro.
Yeah, gymnastics, beach volleyball, all of that. Them women don't got no body confidence issues. They
No.
look good. So I'm just not. I don't know if I'm buying body confidence issues unless we're talking about specific sports. You see what I'm saying?
You ever
So
seen a softball catcher though? Hey, you know.
I have, and some of them look good. Some of them are carrying. Some of them are carrying a bit of a wagon. But I've seen a whole softball team come into a gym, and all of them look like stallions. I mean, yeah,
No. I
you
agree. I
you
agree. I
you
agree.
you got some of them that look a little butch. I ain't gonna lie, but for the most part, the chicks who I've seen who play softball, they look good. So my thing is, if we're talking about specific sports, I feel like this is getting at specific sports. Honestly, I
Maybe.
really do.
Maybe.
Because if we're talking about specific team sports, namely basketball and football, tangentially soccer as well, I get it. Because I would see why those women are having body confidence issues, but that's because those sports are masculine as hell. Those sports are masculine. They
Yeah.
are. I'm sorry, but they are. Those sports are inherently masculine. But if we're talking about every other sport that women play, even on a professional level, volleyball, softball, you know what I'm saying? And I include beach volleyball and regular volleyball, softball, tennis, track, gymnastics, all of that. I don't think I'm not buying it because them chicks look good as hell to me. They really do, especially these volleyball players. They tall too. It's
Oh,
just like,
crazy.
give me that all day, every day. Give it to me all day, every day. Um,
Seriously.
I feel like
Uh,
what would have made more sense to me is if they would have said 45% of women drop out of sports by age of 14 because they don't see a lucrative future in it. Because like there is no, I mean, yeah, there's WNBA, but they don't make money.
yeah, they
There
don't.
is no professional football for women, right? There's no major league baseball for women. All women really have at the professional level is basketball, and like I said, they don't make money anyway, and international soccer. And so if it's not international soccer or if it's not basketball, where are the professional female athletes who are making money? So maybe if it was a fiscal thing, like we're not seeing a future in it, and so we're going to quit because where's the money? I can get that too. But body confidence, I respect the article because obviously I'm not going to accuse any kind of plagiarism thing going on. So if that's what it is, then
Oh
that's what
yeah,
it is. I would say, like Venus, that throws me off guard. That surprises me because unless we're talking about specific sports, I would find that hard to that's a hard pill for me to swallow because
yeah,
it's so many women who are involved in sports, and to me, they got wonderful looking bodies. And so,
yeah.
unless we're talking unless we're talking basketball and football, it's hard for me to concede that. Although I am not going to discredit the merit of that information.
Nah, I hear that. I would say, damn, what was I gonna say? Um, something just popped in my head.
Even
But
golf, I have seen female golfers who look good,
oh, that's what I was saying.
and they ain't even training like that, but they still look good. So I don't know. I just don't know where it's getting at unless we're talking about sports that are inherently masculine.
No, that's factual, but I think it's kind of a thing because when I was growing up on my block, bro, everybody played. Both my sisters, the girl down the street, the other girl down the street, we was all out playing. What we playing? Hey, is it tag? Is it football? Is it whatever? Like we all playing. But when certain girls around the block started hitting certain age, they stopped playing. My sister hit a certain age, stopped playing. Around middle schoolish, right before high school, and they make that choice. And I think so on my block, if you would, it was 100% of girls that played, and it was 100% that stopped playing. So I think those numbers, I don't know where they pulled it from, but I would just say that I would argue that half of the girls that start playing sports when they're young stop playing. Now to say it's for body stuff, I don't like that wordage. They want to be soft women when they grow up. They want to be
Yeah,
soft to the touch. They want to be, a certain kind of way, and they don't want to come off masculine. And I don't want, I don't think that's like body disfigurement or whatever the hell they're trying to get at. I think it's just that they want to grow up and they don't see themselves being an athlete as an adult, like you said, as a career. Like I'm gonna be something else. I'm gonna be a wife at the house, or I'm gonna be this, or traveling, and I'm not gonna be an athlete. So I just think it's like a paradigm thing that young girls grow up with, and they go, "Hey, look, this was fun when I was younger." But I'm moving on to bigger and better things, and I think they look at sports at times as just a sport and just a game for kids and grow up out of it and be a woman. And then there's some people that just love the sport. Now I agree with you this, and this is the last thing I say, volleyball, hey, bring it on.
yes,
That's death by snoo right there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. So hell yeah,
yeah,
man. The
yeah.
volleyball players, they crazy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not going to contend the notion that girls quit. I would contend that it's because of body confidence issues. Like, where is this data being gathered? Are they
Yeah, let's
self-reporting this? Like, where is this coming from?
yeah, let's
Because
get numbers.
man, like, I have been around way too many women who are into sports to believe that 45% drop out because of body. Like, I don't know. It's just me. That I don't know that I see that, but I'll take it for what it's worth. I kind of feel like we're dealing with an effort to keep young girls involved in sports that have been traditionally perceived to be masculine. Because I don't think it's a coincidence that this information was
Right.
coming out of a football event. It's not like they were at a tennis tournament or at a softball tournament.
Nah,
You know what I'm
nah, this is hey, go ahead. You nailing it.
saying? I'm just saying, like, yeah, like how long? Like I've watched World Cup. Well, not World Cup. I think, like I said, I think women's soccer can teeter on masculine too. But like, for real, like, I've watched way too many Australian Opens, French Opens, these tennis tournaments, these women's tennis tournaments, women's college softball, women's college volleyball. I've not heard this rhetoric about body confidence issues.
Never.
So I just don't think it's coincidental that this is an issue now
I see what you're
and we're
saying.
hearing it come out of a flag football event. You
Yeah, there you
know,
go. You
so
nailed it,
so my
man.
thing is like if we want to encourage girls to stick with football, on account of not wanting to quit over body confidence issues, then fine. But let's do the conversation the justice that it deserves by qualifying that instead of making it seem like it's all about women in sports. Because I don't think I'm buying that. I don't think I'm buying that. Because
I
I
cut.
ain't seen a I
I,
haven't seen a female, I haven't seen a woman who plays volleyball and I didn't like what I was looking at, or tennis, or track, or gymnastics. Like I said, even golf, softball, all of that. Basketball, yeah. Flag football, probably. Soccer, kinda, yeah. So
I'm a bang the gavel on this. That was job well done, sir. Hey, order. Hey, case solved. We solved it. So that's it. So flag football event at Super Bowl. Check. Venus Williams, most known celebrity athlete woman, along with her sister ever. As you say, bro, they transcend generations.
yeah.
Check. Promoting at a football game. So this here looks to be a spot, because this wasn't just in this article. This was replete through the news. This was on
Yeah.
various outlets that
Yeah.
Venus was shocked that 45% of girls at a flag football game. This is more collusion and a psyop to get girls to want to play football. Sick. Throw the whole article away. Hey, boy, you cracked that, bro. You like Perry Mason around this thing. It is such a
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm just saying, let's qualify this. Let's talk about what it really is. You know,
Yeah.
you want women to stay more active in masculine sports, and that's fine, whatever. But let's not make it seem like it's I don't know. Remember in college when we learned SPSS, how to run SPSS
Mhm.
to crunch statistical data.
Oh my
Somebody needs to
God.
somebody needs to put women participation in sports overall into SPSS and then create the standard deviation which separates football and basketball. And then let's see if it's really 45% for real. I want to know
Oh my
because
God.
the information is sports as a whole, but I theorize that it's about sports that we traditionally look at as masculine. I do.
Bro,
I
you
do.
talk about emotional damage, bro. You just brought back trauma, man. Don't ever say SPSS again. Oh my God. I had the worst flashbacks. Oh, I was killing it though. Once I figured it
Yeah,
out, yeah, they couldn't stop me
yeah,
then.
yeah. Me too. Yeah. Well, yeah. That crunch those numbers, man. But in the
Oh Lord.
meantime, shouts out to Venus Williams. You know, good luck with your Dove campaign and keeping girls in sports. But I theorize that it's about certain sports, not all sports. But I don't know. That's
Correct.
just me on that.
Good call.
I don't know that I see it, but it is
No,
what it is.
good call. Good call. That was funny.